Hi. So, Trump yesterday, I made a video about this time yesterday, and I was commenting about what was going on. And all of the videos I got, because this is before Trump announced that he had brokered a ceasefire or treaty between the Israelis and the Iranians. And all the fucking comments I got from you Trump-fucks was, see, they had a treaty, a ceasefire, and oil prices are going down. Whatever. Okay? But it turned out to be a lie. The Iranians said, we have no idea what he's talking about. The Israelis basically proceeded to bomb Iran. And then the Iranians hit the Israelis this morning, hitting a residential building, killing 3 people. By the way, Benjamin Netanyahu is not letting American citizens evacuate from Israel. Why is he not doing that? Hostages. Do you know they always accuse Hamas of building their bases in schools and hospitals, using their citizens as hostages to protect them. So if they get hit, it looks like you're killing, citizens en masse, even though there's a base underneath the hospitals and the schools, and which is true. This is true. What's the difference? Bibi wants a wide war. Bibi Netanyahu is basically grabbing America. It's this way led Trump into a disaster, because his fucking goal has been to get rid of Iran for decades. Remember, I will always say that he has been one of the ones tied to a lot of stuff, and you guys keep electing him, kind of like us. Sad, isn't it? And I hate to say it, but Marjorie Taylor Greene was right when she got on Bannon and accused Israel of talking the United States into war. Now, she's not really blaming Trump. She's gone after other people. But my God, the world is coming to an end with, I have to agree with some of the stuff that she said. Now, I think it's kind of coaxed in anti-Semitism, but it's kind of true, but we'll move on from that. So now what? So Trump's reaction to it when they told him, hey, remember that ceasefire you brokered? Yeah, they broke it. And you know what? Trump's reaction in the White House, the President of the United States said, quote, they don't know what the fuck they're doing. Okay. Every time sometimes Trump says something's a projection. Brother, you just projected what you've been doing. You got sucked in because your ego demanded it. Now you've got all your sycophants running around trying to cover for you. And we're finding out that entire operation was a failure. It's a failure because A, you couldn't keep your mouth shut. If you're going to do a military operation, everyone shuts up so the enemy doesn't know what you're doing. So they did move their enriched uranium out of the area. Looks like you didn't get the facilities. You missed. And the Air Force and military people are going, if the president hadn't really said anything, we might have been more successful. Yeah, they threw him under the bus. Meanwhile, J.D. Vance is trying to cover that it's not about getting the uranium, it's about getting the facilities. Dude, you didn't even get the facilities. They are flip-flopping everything. Now they're going to, well, if you don't support Trump, you support the Iranians. Hell no. We just don't want war. And there's no reason for war. And you already negotiated something to control that. Now the Iranians are pulling out of the international watchdog for nuclear power. So we won't know what the fuck they're doing. And we gave them an incentive to really update going to a nuclear weapon that if Israel keeps pressing it, will start, and then we're all going to be gone. Dominoes. And the man in charge has no clue. And he removed all the people that had a clue. He's surrounded by sycophants. And to top it all off, guys, on this morning rant, that bill is going to pass the Senate. Senate Republicans have been working hard to pass that bill, and they're probably going to get it through the Senate. It is worse than the House. Then it's going to go to the House for reconciliation. By the end of the week, if you have Medicaid or Medicare, you are fucked. And also, they're doing it very fast because ICE is running out of money. That means they're going to put an influx of money into ICE and look for the raids and the violence that you're seeing everywhere. I'm sorry, guys. LA is not burning. What LA is under attack by their secret police. When you grab some guy who's just landscaping, beat him on the ground to drag him away, a man who was the father of 3 Marines, you know it's bad. And they're not following the law. They're not identifying themselves, and they're using excessive violence that no police officer can do. So, hey, Karen Bass, stop worrying about the protesters and start worrying about your citizens, because these guys are literally kidnapping people, and we don't know they're federal law enforcement. And also, they're not following the law. He wasn't resisting, and I saw someone the other day in a comment going, well, they need to comply. How the fuck do you comply with someone you don't even know is the law? The officers, give me a break. It is going to get worse before it gets better. And I'll tell you one thing, Supreme Court ain't helping us. They're looking to fuck us. Pam Bondi is saying, is basically, has advocated her job as the Attorney General, which is supposed to protect us and the law, but she's just Trump's fucking lawyer. So it's going to come down to us. And on July 4th, in addition to celebrating the independence of this country, there is going to be another No Kings protest, but I think it's going to be bigger. There's people are going to be no Medicaid, no Medicare, the fear of immigration, the war, fear of them saying, you know what, we need bodies, we have to go in to do a regime change, which means bodies on the ground and ain't getting my boys. That's going to be worse. How much longer can this chaos go before it explodes? Because it's getting to the point, as one vet told him when during the first King's protest, it's a video of it, he was saying how proud he was, all these people fighting for their rights, protesting things that he fought for as a military Marine. But he goes, you will protest peacefully until you can't. I don't want the latter, but I think it's getting to the point we may not have a choice. Pitchforks and torches might be our last resort.